Happy Sunday, guys, and welcome to day 18 of my August challenge that I'm running here throughout the month. If you guys have missed any of the past videos on the challenge, I'll have the kickoff video and my playlist linked down below. But every single day throughout the month of August, I've been giving kind of a daily task or a challenge, a goal to work on to create a life that we love and to be our best selves. We are through the halfway point. We are kind of like in the home stretch of the challenge now. And as always, I just want to say thank you guys so much who've been participating in this challenge. It's been really great, and today's task and goal I'm really excited to talk about because I think it's one that is really important on the calendar and a video that I've been looking forward to filming. So on the calendar for today is to shout out a charity or an organization, and this doesn't just have to be like a social media thing or leave it in the comments, but even, you know, talking with people in your real life about it, or even if you're not like talking about it, even simply just taking some time to look up maybe some different organizations in your area that maybe could be donated to, or something along those lines. There's also a lot online that you can look up and you know, kind of figure out how to send in donations. There's so many different organizations and charities that I could touch on in this video. I could be here for such a long time, but it really does just take a few minutes to do some searching around with the internet, asking around to other people, your friends, your family, other people in your area, if they know of anywhere that, you know, maybe could need some volunteer work, some donations, and you know, try to plan something that way. I've really tried to use my voice with this challenge to talk about volunteer work and charity and the good that we can do when we spend, you know, a little bit of time giving back or volunteering. I think that it is something that is really, really important. So I'll be doing a shout out, of course, too, in this video, like I've been doing every single day with the challenge. But you know, I would love if you did want to take this opportunity to maybe list out or link some charities that you know or maybe are special to you or something like that in the comments, and, you know, let other people find new ones. I mean, I'm constantly finding new nonprofits out there. I mean, new facilities that can use help, can use volunteers. I mean, there's so much out there. There's so many across the board with whatever it is that you're looking for, you know, something that means something to you or to your family. There's just so much out there that we can do good with, and I really wanted to make sure that I had this one on the calendar today too. So one organization that I wanted to mention that is actually a while back, I was just going through some different organizations kind of in the Midwest area. I'm in Iowa, and so I was just kind of looking around, and one thing that really is, you know, kind of like near and dear to me in my situations are women's shelters. Coming from a background of abuse and, you know, other not great things like that, I've done a lot of donating for women's shelters, volunteered my time. You know, I definitely, with my job, I get a lot, you know, makeup and beauty products and, you know, skincare and the like sent to me. And when I first started getting a lot more in PR, I immediately kind of felt overwhelmed and was like, what am I supposed to do with all of this? Like, I'm only one person, and I was shipping boxes off to my family, and I was letting my friends come over and pick things, and then I kept getting more, and I was like, what am I supposed to be doing here? And then, you know, I would start to hear other people saying in their videos, you know, donate to women's shelters, and I thought, okay, well, duh, like, obviously that should have been like I should have known that off the top of my head. The tricky part is that sometimes, and I think that it's going to vary, one thing that I definitely recommend is if you are putting together like a donation to actually, you know, like physically give to a shelter or an organization, it can be really nice to call or email them ahead of time to see what it is that they really need. A lot of times charities will actually link this on their website. They will have a page saying like, these are the items we most need right now. And definitely when I would call, like, no one was saying like, we really need foundation and eyeshadow palettes. One of the top items that I get, especially with women's shelters, are feminine hygiene products, tampons and pads. Like, things that maybe we wouldn't think about right away, because I can remember, you know, first kind of hearing this and I was like, oh yeah, that seems like really obvious. And then of course, you know, like toothpaste and shampoo and conditioner and, you know, like things like that, like those are all really important. So when I would put together boxes to donate, not only would I put in, you know, new makeup and skincare products, you know, a lot of them do require them to be new, you know, in packaging, you know, things like that, nothing that's already been used, nothing that's been opened. But I would also try to include those kind of like the basics. So I just wanted to throw that out there actually, because I'm glad that it was something that I did, because it also kind of helped me learn a lot. But again, I would just say like call, email, or check a website if you are going to be donating to see some of the items, you know, that they really need. There's some really great items. Definitely I would recommend Project Beauty Share. They do take makeup items. Taylor, she has a lot to do with that, which I think is really, really inspiring. I think that's really cool. I've also mentioned Wands for Wildlife, where you can clean off your mascara wands and send them in, and they actually use them as like combs for wildlife. I mean, there's so many just awesomeness out there. So definitely wanted to touch on those real quick here. But one organization that I wanted to mention today, like I said, when I was looking around at different you know, organizations in the Midwest, Rose Brooks popped up. This is in Kansas City, and immediately had my full attention, because not only are they a women's shelter, but they also have a pet shelter there. I am going to try not to get too emotional as I say this. I've talked about this organization with some of my friends and some other people, and I get upset every time I try to tell the story. You guys might know that I'm a really emotional person, and I was planning to read this, but I just read it silently to myself and I got upset. So I'm not going to read it out loud because I can't. So I will definitely have their link in my description box, but this one just kind of immediately captured my attention with allowing pets to be there as well. You guys know that I'm a dog mom. I love my dog so much. It really is like such an emotional support for me. It's really hard for me to picture going through something that some of these women have and having to go to a shelter and also having to say goodbye to your animal. So I think what they're doing is really incredible. I get so frustrated with myself that I get so emotional, especially when I'm trying to talk about something that I'm very passionate about, because I feel like emotions can take away from it. I wish I wasn't like this, but but like I said, I'm going to link it down below. Highly recommend you check out the website and check out the story. And I just wanted to draw attention to this one. Maybe you are in the Kansas City area. They have volunteer opportunities. They do have a donation page of, you know, what they're kind of in need for right now, and they have it broken down from adults, children. They have a whole section there for pets and what they need for their pet shelter to continue to run, and all of that. And I just think I just thought it was really amazing. Again, when I was searching around different Midwest charities, this one just immediately stuck out to me, and it just gave me so many different emotions. That's what I have on the calendar today. I think giving back is a really big thing, so I definitely wanted to include this on the calendar. So I really suggest, you know, maybe leaving some comments here of different organizations that you would like to shout out, or maybe some ways that you give back, whether it be donations, whether it be volunteering your time, you know, whether it be something else. I would love if you would want to share that in the comments with us as well. Maybe talk to some people in real life, you know, maybe try to get something put together, cleaning up a park, cleaning up a beach, you know, something along those lines. There's so many different ways that we can do good things in our communities, and I just think giving back is just such an important thing. So I really wanted to make sure that I included this on the August challenge. I'm so sorry for getting so emotional. I had so many different things and that I wanted to say about the organization, but especially for me and coming from the past I've gone through, it's really easy for kind of my mind and my emotions to go back in time. So So I can definitely struggle when it comes to that. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was one of the harder ones that I've had to make, unfortunately, but one of the more important ones. So if you made it through, thank you so much. I'm really excited to read your comments on today. I'm really anxious to hear your feedback on this one and how you are taking on this daily challenge. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.